As humans, we go through all different phases in life. Nobody feels like they're at the top of their game or they know it all at all times. We all go through times, phases, and seasons where we feel very stuck, and this is a very natural thing and it happens to everyone. You have these huge goals and dreams and aspirations in life, but you're stuck and you don't know how to accomplish them, then this video is for you. In today's video, I'll tell you how to exactly reclaim back your life. So keep watching, let's go. Now the first thing is I need to address some of the misconceptions that people have. People think they need motivation, people think they need knowledge, people think they need energy, they think they need a mentor to teach them to accomplish all their goals and dreams, but trust me, none of this will make you accomplish your goal. Now I want you to listen to this very carefully and I want you to remember this, that the most important thing that you need to accomplish anything in life is focus. People who are successful understand one thing that a lot of other people don't, and that is to be laser focused with one thing. When you are 100% focused with one thing, then it becomes simpler and easier to learn, and you understand everything that you need to do to accomplish your goal. Another thing that happens is that when you start to focus on one thing, then you're learning faster. So you are now enjoying this whole process of your work, and that just keeps you motivated on its own, and you don't have to, push yourself to put some extra effort and do it as a task. Now, saying is easy, but how do we actually keep ourselves focused? The simplest way to achieve this is by not multitasking and overwhelming yourself by doing 10 things at the same time. People believe that multitasking will get more things done, but that is absolutely not true. This might come to you as a shock, but multitasking will give you poor results and you will most likely end up leaving most of those things that you had taken up to do at the same time. I see people do this all the time, and this is very common actually. People have multiple different things in front of them going on. They will have their laptop, and then they'll have their phone, they'll have their iPad, they'll have different things going on all different devices. They'll have also in their laptop multiple tabs open at the same time. This honestly gets nothing done, and most likely you will get overwhelmed after some time, and you'll just in the end shut everything down and go watch Netflix. If I'm going to be honest, I still sometimes struggle with it, and I have to keep reminding myself to not do this. And I would do this earlier a lot, where I would have multiple things going on, or I would take a lot together to do. But doing this, just overwhelms you and gets nothing done. Even with my computer, I only try to keep only the tabs open that I'm currently working on, and the rest of them does not need to be there. I can always open them up when I need. They're not going anywhere. Everything is usually online and everything can be found again. If you feel anxious that you might lose something, just write it down in your notebook or on a piece of paper, and then when you need it, you can just see what it was and you can go back to it. Now, my phone is always buzzing, like all of the time I'm getting notifications. So I make sure that when I sit to work, I put my phone far, far away so that I don't lose my focus when I get a notification. Well, that was me checking my phone. I just caught myself doing it in the middle of the video. And so this is exactly what these kind of phones and other devices and all these distractions does to us when we are trying to focus. Best thing you can really do is to switch off your phone before you start your work. A couple of hours with your phone being switched off is not that big of a deal unless you really need to keep it on for emergency reasons. Like for example, I am not able to switch off my phone during the weekdays because usually I work in the mornings the most, and my son goes to school in the morning, who's only 4 years old. So in case the school needs to reach out to me, they should be able to reach me. And obviously I cannot have my phone switched off. And so for those reasons, I have to keep my phone on. So if you are also not able to switch off your phone for some important reason, then just put your phone away as far as you can. So you're just able to hear it, but just put it away. And if you can, switch it off. This brings us to breaking down and discussing about our dopamine levels. So now you've put your phone away and you are at your desk and you have started your work, but you still can't seem to focus on anything. This happens because there are still too many distractions around you in your other devices, in your mind, in your life, etc. This means that you need to work on your focus first and then everything. And in order to do that, you need to reset your dopamine levels. Now, of course, we all know this. Dopamine is that chemical that gets released in our brain that makes us feel good at the moment. So for example, if you go on TikTok and watch something and that makes you feel good, that is exactly what dopamine does. Having the right amount of dopamine is important for both your mind and body, but in our lives, especially now in this day and age, there are way too many distractions. We need to find a way to reset our dopamine levels from time to time. I'm not going to discuss any more about dopamine in this video because this is about reset. And there are also tons of videos on YouTube that I'm sure you guys have already watched, or you can watch them. But these are the 6 main things that I follow and do when I need to reset my dopamine levels. Now, I recommend to do this for 10 days. 10 days is good enough. There is no need to do for a month or 2. You can do it for 7 days and stop, but 10 days really works the best. It at least works the best for me because 10 days really puts you in that routine. 10 days makes you more used to this routine as compared to 7 days. Honestly, for this reset also, I've seen a lot of people do a lot more things. They'll have a bigger list to do things and not to do things, and they'll do for a much longer time. But I believe in doing minimal things to achieve better results, and I wasn't this way. I was a multitasker and I would like do million things at one time, but I have taught myself to do it this way. And so these are the 6 things that will reset your dopamine levels. Number 1, start your morning without the phone. This is the most important part of this reset. If you go to sleep watching TikTok or YouTube and you fall asleep while watching those, this is the worst thing that you can do. When you wake up, do not touch your phone for a couple of hours. And if there is an alarm that wakes you up, just turn it off and do not pick your phone up. Don't be tempted to check those notifications. Just tell yourself it's not a big deal, it's not forever, it's just a couple of hours. That's it. It's not that hard. If the first thing you do in your day is to check your phone and go into social media, go into news and check all of that, then that is the kind of vibe and tone you're setting for your whole day, and that is the kind of energy you're giving your day. And besides all of this, you don't need to clutter your mind with all of this terrible news of the world the first thing in the morning. Keep your mornings as calm and peaceful as possible and do not go in your phone. This brings me to my next point, and that is start your day with some kind of affirmations. This is something that everyone knows and everyone talks about, but honestly, this is the best thing that you can do to start your day. And this should be a part of your routine with or without a dopamine reset day. Now, you can do this in 2 different ways. One way of doing is that you can wake up and start by saying some nice words of affirmations to yourself. You can find these affirmations in advance and write them down somewhere, or just, remember them in your mind, or you can make your own. You can just simply say 4 or 5 simple affirmations such as, I am grateful for today, I'm grateful for my health, I am grateful for everything that I have. You can mention all of the things that you have in your life right now. It really depends on where you are in your life, what you're doing, and all of that. You can also add, I attract wealth, I attract good people in life, and things like that. The other way to do it is by writing them in a book. This is my favorite way of doing it, and also my favorite thing to do in the morning. Get yourself a notebook, and once you wake up, sit in a quiet place and write your affirmations. These could be very simple 4 to 5 I am affirmations, such as I am happy, I am peaceful, I am healthy, and things like that. And you're free to add or change whatever you want. It's your journal. You can put you're abundant, you're wealthy, you're a millionaire, you're a billionaire. It's totally up to you. And you can even write down your goals and your aspirations. It's your book. You can write whatever you want. This will set your tone for the day. You'll find yourself to be more calm, peaceful. You'll see that you're less distracted. And you'll actually see that you are actually doing some of those things that you have written in your book. Make it a priority and make sure to do this before doing anything else. If you have a busy morning, a chaotic morning, if you live with other people, if you have too many roommates or too many siblings, or if you have kids, just start early. Start your day when no one is around. The third thing is allow yourself only 2 hours of screen time per day on your phone. Set up a screen time reporting system on your phone, or just be aware of it, or do however you want to do it. but allow yourself only 2 hours of screen time per day on your phone. A lot of people during this reset do 1 hour of screen time per day, but realistically that's, I feel like, too less. We need to get a lot of work done with our phone for our businesses, for social media and WhatsApp messaging in general. So try to limit yourself to 1.5 hours to maximum 2 hours per day. And for WhatsApp, you can always use WhatsApp desktop. So try to work with this the best you can, and this is super important. Again, this is not forever. So if you find this difficult, just tell yourself that this is only for a couple of days until you reset your mind and your dopamine levels. The fourth thing is no social media for 10 days. Not even YouTube, and especially not TikTok. Let your apps be on the phone, but just log out from Instagram and TikTok. 10 days of detox is not a very long time. And absolutely no videos on YouTube. I do not care if you're watching educational videos on YouTube or motivational videos on YouTube. Absolutely none of them. Honestly speaking, most of the people who watch this kind of self-help content is actually addicted to these kind of videos, and they just keep watching them and they never apply it. People feel like they're being productive while watching these videos, but if they don't actually apply them, then it's just that they're watching a bunch of videos just the way they're watching Netflix. Now, there is no platform like YouTube, and all the information contained on YouTube is so very valuable if used correctly. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. So log out from all the apps that you have in all of your devices and do not go on your laptop to use them. The fifth thing is 10 minutes of meditation every day. Doing a 10 minutes meditation per day is one of the best things you can do for yourself. A 10 minutes meditation practice will not only give you increased focus and clarity, but it will also help you to get a calmer mind, a relaxed body, and it will also make you have a greater sense of empathy and compassion. Just sit in a corner and just do it without any sounds, or you can also download a guided meditation in advance in your phone and just use that. You can do this at any time of the day, and if you have more time and you can do this for more than 10 minutes, then that's even better. Otherwise, 10 minutes is more than enough. Just do it for 10 minutes every day. And the last one is when you go to bed at night, make sure to put your phone away 30 minutes before you actually go to sleep. This ties into the first point, which is do not go to sleep with your phone or do not wake up with your phone. So in order for you to do this, make sure that you have put your phone far away before you actually go to bed. Check your phone, check your notifications, message people back if you need to, do whatever that you need to do, and just put it away 30 minutes before you actually go to sleep. When you are able to do all of this for 10 days, what you're really doing is hitting the reset button. We are always distracted and overstimulated, so this will make things more tolerable for you. When I go for my workouts or if I go for my run, I do not take my headphones anymore. And now I have actually taught myself to enjoy the sound of nature and enjoy the sound of everything else that's around me. I could never imagine going for a run without listening to a podcast or listening to some kind of music. But now I'm able to do this, and you'll see that with time, things will be more tolerable also for you. You'll also start to enjoy things without a constant need of distraction or stimulation. So now when you sit to work, the things that you found hard before or you couldn't focus before will now become much more easy and tolerable for you. You'll feel like you're in flow and you'll be enjoying your work. The more that you can focus on a single thing that you're doing, the more you'll be able to achieve. So hope that helps you to reset your brain, focus better, and accomplish your goals and dreams. If this video was helpful or added any value, please give us a big thumbs up. Also subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in comments below if you have any questions. I'll try my best to answer most of them, and I'll see you in the next one.